Hi, this is Gary Kay. We're at InfoComm 2025, and we're here in the Visionary booth. And if you don't know who Visionary is, you're going to find out for sure, because they're one of the pioneers in AV over IP. And I'm here with Scott Freshman, who's one of the founders of the company. First off, Scott, congratulations on your success.
Thanks, Gary.
I know that it's interesting because, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all have been doing AV over IP since like 1995.
Yeah, well,
before anybody else was doing it, really.
Yeah, IP video for sure.
Yeah. And ultimately, probably what helped you grow is having competition.
Yeah. I mean, we started early. We were way early to the market, but I think around 2016, the market really started to adopt and accept AV over IP as a viable method of transporting audio and video.
Yeah, so, and you do everything 1 gig. What's nice about that is you built your own ecosystem, so you have full control over what you want to do where and where you want to send the signal, which is really critical because you've got a new box, and we're going to talk about this because this is really cool. It's called the conferencing bridge, or UC conferencing bridge potentially. This is really interesting because I haven't really kind of looked at you guys as being in the UC market, but this is a perfect product for the entire UC market.
Yep.
I mean, ultimately, you have a USB in, right? So you connect your laptop to it, and you now have the ability to put anything anywhere as long as you're using a Visionary AV over IP system.
Yeah, exactly. So people have been using our encoders and decoders with USB-C in and out now with a docking station to do this UC workflow for BYOD.
Sure.
But what this allows is a single USB-C cable, provides 100 watts of charging power, wired Ethernet over the same cable, and bidirectional audio and video, including Dante audio embedding and de-embedding.
Yeah, that's key, by the way, bidirectional.
Yeah.
Because I can actually take a camera that's in a room and feed it back into the laptop to use it as a monitoring kind of application, like command and control.
Yep.
While also using the same camera for Microsoft Teams or Zoom.
Exactly.
As an output.
Exactly, yeah. Or anything that's encoded on the network with any of our encoders can come out of this conferencing device via USB, UVC, and UAC audio for capture with the PC for Teams Room, Zoom, soft codec, BYOD.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like anyone that's doing UC should take a look at this as a possibility. Now, tell me how this is powered.
It's PoE plus powered.
Okay.
Yeah, and then to provide the 100 watts of charging power over the single USB-C cable, we have a external power brick that connects to the device to provide that charging power.
All right, so then that way, when you're in a room, all you're doing is connecting up your laptop.
Yeah.
That charges it, but also gives you in and out video, audio, Dante. All right, so
we're demonstrating that here.
Let's talk about that.
Hey, Chuck.
Chuck, come on in here and let's talk about it. I want you to run through a demo of this, how you're actually doing this, because you've actually got one right here.
Correct. Yeah. So we have the XB5 here, and what we're doing here with this whole rack is we're kind of simulating what you would see in a podium type of a setup. So, but we're exposing it all so you can see the entire workflow. So we have some USB peripherals here. We have a Stream Deck, which is basically just a USB controller. We have a USB web camera. Both of these are connected over USB to this decoder. We're sending their data across the network and bringing it across to our XB5, and it is coming out the USB-C into the single USB-C cable we have in the laptop.
Which is interesting because now everything from the network, every AV over IP signal you have can now appear on the laptop.
That's correct. And here what we're doing is we're using OBS right here to simulate like a soft codec, like a Teams or a Zoom type of environment where we're bringing in, this is a feed, an AV stream from an encoder off the network that we're bringing in, but we're also bringing in that USB at the same time. And I also, one of our stations over here on the other side of the booth, we have another USB camera. So if I wanted to do some switching with that, we'll swap this here. So now we have this as our camera, but if I go here and I can select, I can see the different cameras that are available on the network. I can choose this one. And I've now tuned, and we've now grabbed
from... And you did the same thing on Teams as well, right?
Correct. Yeah. Except for, instead of this being an AV stream, this is a USB camera.
Yeah.
So we're able to dynamically change and route and matrix the USB peripherals just like we can any AV over IP stream, as well as getting our network access and our charging all over the single USB-C cable.
This is really creative. This is really, anyone who's watching this needs to pay attention to this. This is very creative. I don't think anyone's doing it this way. What it means is, if you think about all those boxes you've been putting under tables in a conference room, with all the cables going in and out, you'd have this box and you'd have one cable going in it.
Yeah, correct.
Well, actually two. You'd have network and then your USB, and that's pretty much it. And
So the BYOD laptop doesn't need to rely on the Wi-Fi in the room as well, which is really important.
Yeah, because you're now getting wired Ethernet.
Yep.
And then I wrote these up last week. These wall plates go along with it. This is actually kind
a
of
wall
like the
plate
wall plate version
decoder.
of
This
it,
is a new wall plate decoder for our 5 series. It has the USB connections as well,
right
so we
it.
can bring the cameras and the audio devices back from a decoder to this USB on the encoder. This is a new wall plate encoder with a USB-C input as well, and HDMI. And we can also, at the same time, bring the USB UVC video out of that USB-C connector.
And this one has a Bluetooth logo on it. What is the deal with that?
This is a Bluetooth to Dante audio bridge as well, with USB-C and HDMI audio embedding and de-embedding to Dante.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So where will we find information on all this stuff?
You can find us at visionary-av.com.
Visionary-av.com. And of course, we're going to go around and shoot videos on not just this detailed product videos, not just on this, but on all their products, because they've got a complete AV over IP ecosystem, all 1 gig. Go to raypost.com/InfoComm. Just type in Visionary in the video search window. You'll find it all. Congratulations, Scott.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.